People don't quit running because they're lazy or lack motivation. They often simply just can't fit it into their lifestyle. It's either not practical or it's inconvenient. But I may have found a fix to this on a little patch of snow-covered grass right in front of my house.
Okay, why are we standing here in the middle of a patch of grass in front of my house with a church parking lot behind me, houses around me, more grass behind me here? We're doing this for a couple reasons. We're trying to make the best of a bad situation and the best of a good situation. So the bad situation is the weather. Freezing rain. Not good for running, not good for driving, not good for much of anything. But the good situation is this little patch of grass that I'm on right here is right in front of my house. I'm not going to tell you which one of these houses is mine, top secret, but this is right in front of my house. And last night I was out here walking the dog and I thought to myself, I should measure this little patch of grass to see how big it is and see if I happen to have magically a 400 meter track right in front of my house. And I've lived here for like 19 years. I never really thought to do this before. So I'm going to try this right now because today is supposed to be a 6 by 800 meter workout routine. So I'm going to try to do it on this little section of grass here and also incorporate the church parking lot. I'll explain all that in a second, but yeah, that is the plan. So I'll give you a quick tour here while I warm up. Okay, so little patch of grass. The grass part is about 150 meters long, but unfortunately, in order to make it 400 meters total, I need to incorporate the church parking lot. So I'll just show you what I mean here. If I go up here to the end of this little piece of parking lot, and then turn, again watching my footing with the freezing rain, and then if I go from here all the way back to the other end and do a lap around this, it is 400 meters with a slight catch. You see, ideally I wanted to keep on the grass. I wanted to run on the grass 400 meters on a nice soft grassy surface, which by the way, yesterday this was all soft and grassy. Now it's covered in snow. Weird. But yeah, but the problem is this part we're on right here is only about 300 meters if I stick to the outside of the grass. So in order to make it a bit bigger, I need to do a loop around the edge of the grass, plus a loop around the little strip of parking lot I just showed you. But the problem is, that's still not quite 400. So my dream of running on the nice soft grass is over, because I have to do this. I can run on the road, so I'm still doing a lap of the grass area, just not on the grass. So basically this grass, by the way, is just a little plot of land in between the two streets by my house, which is great in general, but also kind of cool for running. But again, I've never taken advantage of that before. But the problem is here. Oh, here's a car. Good example of the problem. I need to run around the grass on the road with right angle turns and other silliness, cars, slippery roads, and all that to make my 400 meters. But I'm going to give it a try. I'm going to try to do this 2 laps for 800 meters, do that 6 times, and in theory, I'm going to hit my workout. And I'll give you some more details on the workout in a second. There's somebody walking by. So yes, as I was saying, I'm supposed to be doing 6 times 800 meters at 5K pace, which I've done a few times now as part of my 5K improvement plan. But the problem is, up to this point, I've never done it without walking in between the reps. And I'm supposed to be able to do it with a fairly steady jog of about 1 minute in between the reps. So today, I'm just going to try to jog, period. Not steady, not for 1 minute. I'll just do about maybe half a lap here, 200 meters of super easy jogging, and see if I can do my 6 reps, 6 times 800. See if I can do them all at the proper pace with a jog in between as planned. So I can't do that while holding a camera, so I'll come back later on and give you a little recap of how it went. See if I've discovered a super cool track in my front yard, literally into my driveway, or if this whole thing is going to be a very silly idea. Anyway, I'll see you in a bit. Okay, 3 reps done. I jogged after the first one, jogged about half of the second one, I guess, maybe half of the break, walked the rest, and this time I'm going to walk the whole thing, just so I can record, give you an update. That's why, yeah, that's my story, yeah. But yeah, if I tried to jog the whole time, I wouldn't have made it through all 6. So anyway, I think I will maybe jog a little bit of this one. 3 more to go. Wish me luck. Okay, made it through 6, unless I missed one. I really hope I didn't. I'm sure it was 6. My 4th one felt actually pretty good. Then I started to think, I'm gonna jog the whole way between 5 and 6, but I didn't. I went most of the way. And one last other little thing, I started using these things from little tips from a YouTube influencer. I can't remember her name. Charlene Hawkins, perhaps. I think it's Charlene Hawkins. I'll double check that. Anyway, yeah, she talks about trying to run faster by engaging your core, keeping your eyes up, looking ahead, and focusing on the down. Like think about stepping down into the ground instead of lifting your foot up. So you're stepping down, you're using gravity. And it actually worked. I actually started going faster doing that. But like other tips like that, whenever I try something like that to be more efficient, I get faster, but I also seem to get more tired because I think I'm just not used to those exact patterns of muscles and stuff. Anyway, I'm pretty out of breath, but I think our little outing here was a success. Basically 400 meter track right in front of my front door. Kind of neat. Didn't slip and die or anything on the freezing rain covered roads, which actually is not so bad. It's gonna get worse, I think, in the next hour. But anyway, made it through. Very interesting, and I may come out here and do this again sometime. Anyway, bye for now, folks. Literally the end of my driveway. Pretty close. Track by my driveway.